Wow.
Absolutely amazing way to start this show.
Absolutely. Thank you so much to the Nice Opera Choir, the voices, the images. It's just incredible. Thank you so much. One more round of applause for the Nice Opera Choir.
What better way with this magical anthem to start the show?
Absolutely, exactly right. Good evening. It is the draw for the 2025-26 UEFA Champions League. Would you believe it's been 90 days since Paris Saint-Germain were crowned winners of the greatest club competition on the planet for the very first time? And today we find out who they and 35 other teams will be facing in the league phase of this season's tournament.
We will indeed. Good evening from my side as well. Fantastic to be here once again tonight. The road to Budapest starts taking shape for all competing teams whose representatives are here. A warm welcome to everyone who made it. Many, if not all, are dreaming of walking out at the Puskás Arena for the final, which is scheduled, of course, for the 30th of May, 2026.
Absolutely right. So much to look forward to. But before we get that all-important draw underway, we'll be handing out two very special awards.
We will indeed, and to help us do that, I'm delighted to invite on stage the UEFA President, Alexander Ceferin. President, welcome. Fantastic to see you here on stage. We're starting the show with a celebration of a club that has made history in European club competition, doing something no one has ever done before, Reshman.
Yeah, absolutely right. After winning the UEFA Conference League last season, Chelsea are now the first football club to win all 6 UEFA club competitions. So, Mr. President, it's a clean sweep, isn't it, of the Champions League, the Europa League, the Conference League, the Cup Winners' Cup, the Super Cup, and the Youth League as well. I mean, do you know, it's hard enough to just win one competition. How much of an accomplishment, how remarkable is it that Chelsea have won them all?
We don't have enough time to explain how much that means. It's impossible almost to win all our competitions. I don't think it will happen soon, if ever. So a big congratulations to Chelsea.
Well, it's fantastic to have you here, President, for this moment. What do we give someone who has won it all? More silverware, of course. Please welcome, accepting the award on behalf of Chelsea Football Club, the President and COO, Jason Gannon.
Jason, come and stand here next to the President.
That's beautiful. Beautiful.
I was just about to ask you, what are your first impressions? It looks fantastic, doesn't it?
Stunning.
Isn't it? Jason, congratulations. It is another trophy to add to the collection. Chelsea, real history makers here. And as Alexander said, you know, who knows if another team will ever repeat it. I mean, we're in a new phase here for Chelsea, a new project over the last 3 years, a new generation of players as well. How happy are you with the progress of the club, where it's going, and whether they can reach these heights going forward again?
Yeah, listen, I mean, it's been an exciting few years for the club. I think about first and foremost, on behalf of over 120 years of football at Chelsea Football Club, the board, the players, the staff, the supporters, thank you to UEFA for this meaningful recognition. It's so special for us. I would say, listen, this comes and follows our success in the European campaign last year with the Conference League. It's such a special moment for our squad, a younger squad, to have that sort of meaningful football in Europe and develop throughout, and then certainly having a successful European campaign, and then to follow that up with a successful domestic campaign, being the youngest squad in Premier League history to qualify for the Champions League. So incredibly honored to be here and to receive this award.
You mentioned your European success, recent European success, last season winning the UEFA Conference League. Now you're back in the big time in the Champions League. What does that mean for you, for the club, and what aspirations do you have?
Yeah, I mean, listen, I think every club in this room has aspirations to win. We've been successful in this tournament in the past, but what matters most is what's next. And so to be here and to be a part of this tournament, it's the best concentration of football, and it's an honor for us to be here, and importantly, to be able to bring Champions League football back to Stamford Bridge is going to be special this season.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations once again for making European history. Good luck in the new season, of course. And let's hear it for the Chelsea President and CEO, Jason Gannon, and also for the UEFA President, Alexander Jeffrey, thank you very much, President.
Thank you, Jim. Now, last year on this very stage, I guess we can say that history was made. UEFA, of course, introduced a revolutionary new format for its club competitions. The draw here in Monaco was a landmark moment, I guess, because it opened the door for this brand new era, and it really was a big deal.
A very big deal. And to mark the moment, you may remember a big name helped to launch this new format, Zlatan Ibrahimović. The result, a video that struck a chord and captured the imagination. If you missed it, or if you saw it but don't quite remember everything, here's a quick reminder.
We tell the world it's time to change.
Okay,
One table, 36 teams, and no more groups of 4.
straightforward.
Each club plays 8 different opponents instead of only 3. So the competition becomes better than ever.
I agree. That's why we're doing it.
Fans deserve more action, more jeopardy.
Exactly.
Then why are you feeding them this corporate garbage? Give them what they want, more football.
Well, no surprises, that video went viral and the format turned out to be a huge success. I know we all had so much fun last season, new energy, thrills, surprises in every single competition. But we did hear, Pedro, that recently things have spun a little bit out of control. So here's a bit of an insight into what's been happening behind the scenes.
And now in news from the world of football, reports are surfacing that last year's changes to the UEFA Champions League may have come from a surprising source.
Here we go. Sources close to me are saying that Zlatan Ibrahimović has been telling people the idea for the new format was all his idea. Just another incredible moment for the footballing legend. President Jeffrey's office has not yet returned my call for his reaction.
We're here with Zlatan Ibrahimović, and Zlatan, last year we saw your announcement of the new format at the UEFA Champions League draw, and you were great.
Yes, I know.
So I have to ask you, Zlatan, there are rumours that the new format was your idea and not UEFA's. Is that true?
Were the changes good?
They were great. Everybody loves the new format.
Do you really think UEFA could come up with something so creative? So smart? UEFA?
So you're saying it was your idea after all?
What do you think? And soon, the president is going to announce some new changes that I came up with.
Well, seems like UEFA and President Jeffrey are taking their orders from Zlatan these days.
Ines, I want everyone in my office, now.
Zlatan is only here to help.
And get that friend Zlatan on the phone.
I said it 100 times. It was a terrible idea to include this egomaniac in our video.
Who else could have done it?
I don't know, Theo. What about someone that actually won the Champions League?
With charisma and star power. Who, Luis?
Oh, seriously, guys. We spent all those years developing the new format.
And now he is taking all the credit. This is crazy.
I don't care about the credit. Everybody knows he's full of it. What I'm more concerned about is all this nonsense about new changes. We are not changing anything. But what if the press and fans believe him over me?
Well, he's very charismatic and handsome.
All right, that's it. Whoa, take it easy.
Come on, guys, stop, stop.
Perfect.
Zlatan, I'm sorry. It's the president. Apparently it's urgent.
That didn't take long.
Mr. President, line 1.
Put him on.
I hope this is important. I'm in the middle of a meeting.
Hey, wise guy. What the hell are you doing?
My favorite lawyer. You seem upset, my friend. What's wrong?
You know what's wrong, and I'm not your friend.
That's not very nice.
First, you're telling the press that the new format was your idea.
Yeah?
And now you're putting me in an impossible position.
Yes.
Because you're lying to them that new changes are coming.
Correct.
And from you?
Exactly. You do the work, Zlatan gets the credit. What's the issue?
Come on.
So you don't want to hear my ideas?
No, I don't. And nobody does.
It took us 6 years, 6 years to come up with this new format.
6 years? Wow. Congratulations, Giorgio. You are a genius.
I could have done that in 6 minutes.
But you didn't, idiot.
I'm the idiot? It's funny. All you guys talk about is your idea. The only thing I read about is Zlatan. So who's the idiot now? Just go back to your office and work, you bunch of nerds.
Shut up, you are completely clueless.
Hey, listen, I have to go now. I still have a lot of interviews. It seems like the press are more interested in me than they are in you.
Okay, enough of these games, Zlatan. You have to stop telling press and everyone else that we are making changes, because we are not.
Actually, what you're doing could be considered liable in a court of law, as in illegal.
And don't forget, Zlatan, I'm a lawyer.
And a damn good lawyer.
You know what? Let's take his ass to court.
Hey, Figo, comedy. Comedy. I'm thinking.
Well?
Okay, fine. You win. I'll stop.
Good, good, good. You're doing the right thing.
But only under one condition.
What do you want now?
Pick up the phone, Mr. President. This is between me and you.
Well?
What did that clown want?
What Zlatan wants, Zlatan gets.
Well, we knew Zlatan was a strong character. We knew he was a strong character, but I think he took it a little too far.
Maybe a little bit too far, but we don't know what he actually got from President Ceferin. I mean, there's only two people who can tell us. So should we welcome him back, the UEFA president and the man himself, Zlatan Ibrahimović.
Welcome back, President. I think everybody wants to know what that conversation was all about and what you agreed with Zlatan.
I mean, you saw that he was blackmailing us. So if Zlatan blackmails you, then you have to give him something. Now, jokes aside, Zlatan was not just a fantastic player. He's a great man. He's a person that never forgot his roots. He's a person that silently helps the disadvantaged. We know that. I know that. So for this year, I decided to give him the President Award.
Thank you.
Joking aside, because that video was amazing, we were talking backstage about how Zlatan maybe is preparing for a career in Hollywood. Maybe.
Could be.
Could be in the future.
Never know.
You never know. Watch this space. But look, you have had such a glittering career. You've entertained on and off the field. We always say that even your rivals probably loved you a little bit. You've won more than, honestly, you've won more than 30 trophies. And I just want to ask, how honored is Zlatan to win another one tonight?
First of all, buonasera a tutti. Hope you're enjoying. And this award I take with big honor. I want to thank the Mr. President, Alexander Ceferin, for this. It means I did something in my career, or else I wouldn't get it. So super happy. And I had the luck to play with big players, big clubs, the best clubs in the world, and it made me the person I am today. So I'm just grateful and thankful, so super happy.
Great to see you with this award.
Zlatan, you scored over 500 career goals, some of them absolutely spectacular for club and country. Is there one moment, is there one goal that stands out?
I mean, I have my top 10 goals. Is not bad, yeah? So I have many, but if I would choose, now I'm going against my second home, Italy. The goal I scored against Buffon was pretty cool, yeah? Not bad.
Not bad at all.
And then the England goal also was nice because it was against England. That felt better.
For some, not for all of us. Congratulations, Zlatan, for winning this year's President's Award. And Mr. President, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Mr. President, for being here today. Thank you.
Zlatan, don't go away. You're staying with us. You're hanging around because you're going to help us conduct the draw. They did tell you, right?
Yeah, they told me.
Okay, great. So to do that, we're going to team you up with another legend of the game, someone who I think you know very well.
Yeah, we're going to have a little bit of a dream team here on stage. He's a UEFA Champions League winner, a World Cup winner, a Ballon d'Or winner, and one of the greatest players of his generation.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the former Real Madrid, AC Milan and Brazil midfielder, Kaká. Lovely to see you.
Bem-vindo, Kaká. Welcome. Fantastic to have you here. Tactical switch. Okay. Obviously, you had an incredible career. Reshman alluded to some of the clubs and the country you played. You won this competition in 2007. Going back to that year, that season, what did that mean to you to lift this iconic trophy?
Well, good evening, everyone. So it's very nice to be here again in the Champions League. Atmosphere, it's always nice. And 2007 was a great year for me, for Milan. We had a great team, great coach, amazing supporters, and win that trophy, it's one of the best moments of my career for sure. So if I had a chance to play two finals, different ones, 2005 and 2007. In Milan, we say that after Istanbul, it's always Athens. So it's a good way to say that that trophy is really amazing. It's one of the best moments in my career.
No, we can imagine. And you mentioned AC Milan, which is interesting because both of you had two spells at AC Milan, but you never actually played together. I don't know how your paths didn't cross, and I'm sure a lot of Rossoneri fans would have loved to see this. But I wonder, how do you think this partnership between you two would have worked?
Yeah, unfortunately, we didn't play together. Always against each other. Yeah. And he was in Juve, Inter, Barcelona, and PSG. No, but I don't think we played against each other in PSG.
No, we played against each other a friendly game, I think, in
US?
Gothenburg, friendly, and then other ones. But if we would play together, we would have the nice guy and the bad guy, yeah. You choose who is who.
Wow, get your votes in, everybody. I think that one will be very interesting. But you know what? We're going to team you up today because we are absolutely delighted that you were both working together in unison to help us with tonight's draw. So, without further ado, we are going to take, gentlemen, our positions behind the desk.
Let's do it. All right, so we are nearly ready to begin the draw for the 2025-26 UEFA Champions League, the 71st edition of this competition, and the second since the league phase was introduced, of course.
Absolutely, and to tell us more about this year's competition, as always, please welcome to the stage the UEFA Deputy General Secretary, Giorgio Marchetti.
Good evening, you all, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of UEFA, it is my great pleasure to welcome you all here in Monaco. Exactly 1 year ago, from this stage, we kicked off the most revolutionary change since the inception of the UEFA Champions League. we bid farewell to the old group stage and entered the new era of the world's greatest club competition with the brand new league phase format. Many were skeptical, but from the very first match day, it delivered on its promise, making every match count, raising competitiveness, delivering surprises, and giving fans more blockbuster clashes than ever before. Among other interesting things, we also had a record number of goals scored per match. Then we came to match day 8. 36 teams taking the field at the same time. 18 synchronized games with almost everything still in play. What ensued was a 90-minute roller coaster ride, making the fans experience almost every emotion, as 35 out of 36 teams changed their league position at least once, and some traded elimination with last-minute qualification or top 8 with playoff positions. Even the eventual champions, Paris Saint-Germain, had to face the nightmare of early elimination, and this tells us everything about this competition. What new stars, underdog stories await us on the road to Budapest, the venue of this year's final on May 30th? We don't know. We will find out soon. But as usual, now the warmest welcome is for the newcomers to the UEFA Champions League. This year, it's no less than 4. It's Union Saint-Gilloise, Kairat Almaty, Paphos, and Bodo Glimt. 4 different cases, the same wonderful story. This is the place where everyone can play with a star. No dream is forbidden when only sporting merit counts. Enjoy this incredible adventure that awaits you and your supporters, and of course, the very best of luck for the season ahead to all 36 clubs. And now, before we begin, let's take a couple of minutes to review the technical procedure for the draw of tonight.
The 36 teams that have qualified for the league phase are divided into 4 pots. Pot 1 features the UEFA Champions League title holders, plus the top 8 qualified teams in the UEFA Club Coefficient ranking. Pot 2 comprises the next 9 qualified teams in the ranking, and so on for pots 3 and 4. The draw will determine the 8 opponents for each team that they will face during the league phase. To assign these teams opponents, a computer software will be triggered to select at random 2 eligible teams from each pot. It will take into account the following conditions before selecting the opponents. Teams from the same national association cannot be drawn against each other. Teams can face a maximum of 2 opponents from any one other national association. Starting with pot 1, a ball is manually drawn at random and opened to display the team, at which point an automated software randomly draws 8 opponents for this team, 2 from each pot, including for each opponent, whether they are played at home or away. The software randomly draws opponents from each pot from amongst all the valid options, while ensuring that the draw can be continued until the end. Once a valid allocation has been drawn by the software, the opponents and which matches are played at home or away will be revealed. The process is repeated until all 9 teams from pot 1 have been drawn and assigned their 8 opponents. Any opponent that has already been drawn does not need to be revealed and will be displayed directly in the opponent overview. Once all 9 pot 1 teams have been drawn, pot 2 will follow with a ball again manually drawn at random. As all opponents of pot 1 have been designated, the software moves immediately to draw 2 opponents at random from each of pots 2 to 4, again allocating which matches are played at home and which are played away. Pot 3 and pot 4 will be completed as per the same procedure as previous pots, with only opponents from the relevant remaining pots to be drawn each time. It is important to note that the display of ties is shown for the home and away ties by pot and does not represent the order of the matches of each team. The match calendar with the dates and kick-off times of the matches will be released on Saturday.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. It's time to begin the draw for the UEFA Champions League. So let's kick off with a look at the teams in Pot 1.
So, 9 teams who have won more than 500 trophies between them, would you believe? Among them, last season's winners, of course, Paris Saint-Germain, the most successful club in Champions League history, Real Madrid, and the 2023 winners, Manchester City.
Indeed. Now, if you're wondering how it's all going to work, up here on stage, we'll have Zlatan drawing the balls for the clubs in the first couple of pots, and then we'll have Kaká pressing the button, and that will reveal their opponents. So let's get going, gentlemen. Please begin the draw for the upcoming 2025-26 UEFA Champions League.
Thank you, Pedro. Everything is ready and the pressure is huge for all the fans because we are kicking off the season. But now it's not on me. I hope that this draw helps resolve our relationship, Zlatan, because I need your help now.
I will help you.
Thank you very much. Please shuffle the balls and deliver the first team drawn to kick off this season.
Bayern München.
So it is Bayern München, so the champions of Germany, who scored 99 goals last year and lost just 2 matches to win their 33rd Bundesliga title. So we are ready. Apparently our computer has already drawn the 8 opponents for Bayern, and I would ask Kaká now, press the button and we will reveal them.
Zlatan and Kaká, thank you very much indeed. So let's look at Bayern Munich then. These are their opponents for this season's Champions League phase. From Pot 1, blockbuster clashes to say the least. Bayern Munich will be hosting Chelsea at home and then travelling to the Parc des Princes to take on the champions PSG. That's from Pot 1. From Pot 2, it's Club Bruges and an away trip to North London to take on Arsenal. From Pot 3, they will face Sporting Club de Portugal and PSV Eindhoven in the Netherlands. And from Pot 4, they take on newcomers Union Saint-Gilloise and another newcomer as well. They'll travel to Cyprus to meet Paphos.
Yeah, and we see one of the recent finals already played again between Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern. So Zlatan, we're ready. We can now move on. We go to the second team.
Chelsea.
Chelsea FC, the winners of all UEFA competitions. So for Chelsea, we are also ready, and for Chelsea, we need to find out 7 opponents because one is already known, it's Bayern. And Kaká, press the button, we will know soon.
So we find out the path for Chelsea Football Club, 2-time winners. It's Barcelona to go on with Bayern Munich in Pot 1. In Pot 2, home match with 2-time winners Benfica and a trip to Atalanta. In Pot 3, it's Ajax at home and Napoli away. And in Pot 4, they'll be hosting Paphos, the debutants, and Karabakh. They'll have a trip to Azerbaijan. That's the path for Chelsea.
Yes, this is the path for Chelsea. Zlatan, help us please with another team.
Real Madrid.
Real Madrid, the only team which has played more than 500 matches in this competition, 503 to be precise. For Real Madrid, we know nothing yet, so if you press the button, we will reveal 8 opponents for Real Madrid.
Kaká deciding the path for your former club there. Let's take a look at who they play in pot 1. They just keep meeting, don't they, from pot 1? Manchester City and Liverpool, they play both of them in this league phase. From pot 2, they will host Juventus and travel to Lisbon to take on Benfica. From pot 3, it's Olympique de Marseille and a trip to Greece to take on the Greek champions Olympiacos. And from pot 4, it's AS Monaco and it's a trip to Kazakhstan to take on the newcomers Kairat Almaty.
Yes. And another recent final with Liverpool, so Liverpool-Real Madrid to be played again. Thank you very much, Zlatan. Please go and let's see who comes next.
Inter Milano.
Internazionale Milano finalists 3 months ago, and the best defense in the league phase of the first season, only 1 goal conceded to their opponents by Inter. No opponents have been drawn for Inter, and Kaká, play your derby with Inter now.
The 3-time winners will be facing Liverpool at home and Borussia Dortmund away in pot 1. Then it's Arsenal and Atletico de Madrid in pot 2, a home match with Slavia Praha, a trip to the Netherlands to take on Ajax. And in pot 4, it's Kairat Almaty at home and another debutant, Union Saint-Gilloise away.
Yes, this is all the story for Inter. Let's go.
Borussia Dortmund.
So Borussia Dortmund, say also winners of 97, they will need 3 matches to have played 200 matches in this competition. So it will happen on match day 3, of course. For Borussia Dortmund, we know that they will play Inter at home, and they will have another 7 opponents to face.
Yeah, so the 7 remaining teams for Borussia Dortmund. Then Manchester City, a trip to the Etihad in pot 1. From pot 2, they host Villarreal and travel to Juventus. From pot 3, it's newcomers and, of course, Europa League semi-finalists Bodo Glimt, and the Europa League finalists as well, Tottenham Hotspur, from champions, I should say, the Europa League champions, Tottenham Hotspur, from pot 3. And from pot 4, they will host Athletic Club and they'll travel to Denmark to take on Copenhagen.
Yes, and the less recent final here, Juventus, Borussia Dortmund, back to 1997. So, Zlatan, yes, please.
It doesn't look exciting, yeah? Answer. Liverpool.
Liverpool FC, so champions, English champions for the 20th time, equaling the record of Manchester United, and first place in the league phase of last season. For Liverpool, they have already been drawn against Real Madrid and Inter, and they don't know the opponents in pot 2, 3, and 4.
That's absolutely right, Giorgio. 6 opponents to find out now for Liverpool. It's Atletico de Madrid and Eintracht Frankfurt from pot 2. PSV Eindhoven at home and Olympique Marseille away from pot 3. And in pot 4, Karabag at Anfield and Galatasaray in Istanbul.
So this is it. This is the path for Liverpool. We have 3 teams left to conclude pot number 1. So let's see who comes next.
Barcelona.
This time it is FC Barcelona, top scorers last year, 43 goals. Of course, no surprise because their front line is really atomic. Rafinha, Lewandowski, Yamal can score to anybody. Please, Kaká, press the button. 7 opponents to be revealed for Barcelona.
Yeah, another one of Zlatan's former clubs then. We know they're facing Chelsea from pot 1. They're also taking on another one of Zlatan's former clubs, PSG. From pot 2, Barcelona will host Eintracht Frankfurt and travel to Belgium to take on Club Brugge. From pot 3, it's Olympiacos and a trip to Slavia Praha. And from pot 4, Barcelona host Copenhagen. Ooh, and they travel to St. James's Park to take on Newcastle.
Yes, this is it. We have only 2, so take one of the 2 balls, so that the computer can draw their opponents.
Paris Saint-Germain.
And now the title holders of Paris Saint-Germain, they won not just the Champions League, but the treble, so the 2 major trophies also in France. Only 9 clubs have done it in Europe, so big merit to this team. And Kaká, you have to reveal 6 of their opponents after Bayern and Barcelona.
The defending champions will also be playing Atalanta at home, Bayer Leverkusen away in pot 2, hosting Tottenham, and playing in Lisbon against Sporting in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a home match with Newcastle United and a trip to face Athletic Club.
Yes. So that's all. We know everything also for Paris Saint-Germain. And Zlatan, if you pick the last ball, we all know who we're talking about, but the paper will also show it.
Manchester City.
And of course, it is Manchester City record holders because they did 26 matches without a single defeat between 2022 and 24. They will play Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, and tell us which are the 6 teams.
Yeah, and completing the path then for Manchester City. Some great trips, actually, for the City fans. From pot 2, they host Bayer Leverkusen and they travel to Villarreal. From pot 3, it's Napoli and a trip to the Arctic Circle to take on Bodo Glimt. And from pot 4, Galatasaray and a visit here in the Principality to take on AS Monaco. So, the first teams have been drawn. Some incredible fixtures to look forward to already. Kaká's former side, Real Madrid, taking on Manchester City again. Zlatan's former team, Inter, against Liverpool. And the holders, Paris Saint-Germain, against Bayern Munich. We have to remind you at this stage, of course, that the grid shows you all of the fixtures, but not necessarily the order. The full calendar will be released for you on Saturday, so make sure you keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, tune in for that. We're done with pot 1, of course. Before we go to pot 2, I had a quick question for Zlatan about PSG. Of course, you were there 4 seasons, won 4 league titles, and you've actually scored more goals in the Champions League for PSG, 20, than any other club. So how happy were you to see them lift the trophy for the first time ever last season?
I'm super happy. I have a good relationship with the President Nasser. I was there from the first day. I'm super proud that I was the architect of the project, because for every project you need an architect, and I was the architect. It's now easy to play in PSG, because when I came, I ate schnitzel, now they eat caviar, so a little different. No, I'm super happy and proud. They're doing an amazing job, and I think the whole world is enjoying, and they just have to keep going and be humble, feet on the ground, and work, just like they're doing.
Thanks for your insight. We are moving on to pot 2 now, where 9 more teams are about to find out their destiny in this season's league phase. Nine more outstanding teams in pot 2, including a couple of 2-time winners, Juventus and Benfica, 3-time finalists, Atletico de Madrid, and last season's semi-finalists, Arsenal. Gentlemen, and specifically Giorgio, back to you.
Yes, not back to me, but back again to Zlatan. You are absolutely great with the pot 1. Show us more greatness now. And here we go, first team of pot 2.
Bayer Leverkusen.
Yes, Bayer Leverkusen, who won all 4 home matches last year without conceding a single goal to their opponents. We are ready for Bayer Leverkusen. Just to remind everyone, Paris Saint-Germain and Manchester City are there pot 1 opponents, please. Thank you.
Okay, these are the next teams that Bayer Leverkusen will be playing. From pot 2, they will host Villarreal and travel to Lisbon to take on Benfica. From pot 3, it's a home tie against PSV Eindhoven and a trip to take on the Greek champions Olympiacos. And from pot 4, Newcastle United at home and Copenhagen away.
Yes, so this is Bayer Leverkusen. Let's go with another one.
Arsenal.
Arsenal FC semi-finalists last year. They had to concede a victory only to the eventual winners of Paris Saint-Germain. For Arsenal, we have drawn Bayern and Inter, and we are now ready to find out which are the 6 teams.
And we are finding that out right now, Giorgio. It's Atletico de Madrid and Club Brugge in pot 2, home match with Olympiacos, and a trip to Slavia Praha in pot 3. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting the newcomers Kairat Almaty and taking on Athletic Club on the road.
Yes, this is all for Arsenal. So after Arsenal, who comes?
Atalanta.
Atalanta Bergamasca Calcio, one of the big surprises of the last few seasons. They are established Champions League team now, and the most recent winners of a UEFA title for Italy. They did it in 24 with the Europa League. So 6 opponents for Atalanta after Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain.
Thank you, Kaká, for pressing the button. Let's take a look at their final 6 opponents then. From pot 2, it's Club Brugge and a trip to Eintracht Frankfurt. From pot 3, they will host Slavia Praha and travel to Olympique de Marseille. And from pot 4, it's Athletic Club and a trip to Belgium to take on the newcomers Union Saint-Gilloise.
Yes, so Brugge challenging Atalanta again. They eliminated Atalanta last year, and now they will have to go to Bergamo. Let's see. Please, Zlatan, next team drawn.
Benfica.
This time we go to Portugal, to Benfica. 45 participations in the Champions League, the 2nd most overall in Europe. For Benfica, we're ready. They know they will play Real Madrid, Chelsea, and Leverkusen. And you tell us which are the 15s.
The Portuguese Giants, who of course qualified this week, they'll also be facing Juventus away, hosting Napoli and Ajax in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a match at home in Lisbon against Qarabag and a trip to St. James's Park to take on Newcastle United.
Exactly. So this is all for Atalanta. We have now another team that we want to see. They're all ready.
Club Brugge.
Brugge, it's the cup winners in Belgium and the only Belgian club which has made it to the final of this competition in '78. They will face, they know already the 4 teams of pot 1 and 2, Barcelona, Bayern, Arsenal, Atalanta, and now we go with the others.
Yeah, and the final 4 for Club Brugge then are Olympique de Marseille and a trip to Lisbon to take on Sporting de Portugal. And from pot 4, they host AS Monaco, and they are away in Kazakhstan to take on Kairat Almaty.
Yes, this was Brugge. Please, Zlatan, draw another ball.
Eintracht Frankfurt.
Eintracht Frankfurt, the first German club to reach a UEFA club final in 1960 in front of an amazing crowd of 127,000 people. So, Kaká, please tell us which other 5 teams after Liverpool, Barcelona, and Atalanta.
They are, Giorgio, Atletico de Madrid from pot 2, Tottenham and Napoli from pot 3, and in the final pot, it's Galatasaray at home and Qarabag away.
Yes. That's all also for Eintracht. Yes, we have now 3 left to conclude pot number 2.
Juventus.
Juventus, the Italian team with the most matches played in this Champions League, 311. So they will play Dortmund, Madrid, Real Madrid, and Benfica, and we now reveal the other 5 opponents.
Yeah, completing the picture then for the two-time winners. From pot 2, it's Villarreal. From pot 3, it's Sporting, and a trip to Bodo Glimt. And from pot 4, they will host the newcomers Paphos, and they will be here to take on AS Monaco.
So 2 newcomers also for Juventus here. We see with Bodo Glimt and Paphos. Yes, Zlatan, please. You draw another ball. 2 Spanish teams.
Atletico Madrid.
And we go with Atletico de Madrid, the winners of 7 European titles in total between UEFA Cup, Super Cup and Cup Winners' Cup. So Atleti, they will face Inter, Liverpool, Frankfurt and Arsenal, +4.
The final 4 for Atleti. Bodo Glimt at home, PSV Eindhoven away, that's in pot 3. And in pot 4, they'll be hosting Union Saint-Gilloise, and they'll be traveling to Turkey to take on Galatasaray.
Correct. Only one team, Zlatan, and pot 2 is done.
Villarreal.
Yes, what we were waiting for is the yellow submarine of Villarreal, winners of the Europa League in 21. And who comes after Man City, Dortmund, Juventus and Leverkusen for them? Let's press the button.
Okay, so the final 4 for Villarreal then. They host Ajax and they travel to Tottenham Hotspur. And from pot 4, it's Copenhagen at home and a trip to Paphos.
Yeah, so we're halfway through. 18 of the 36 clubs know who they're facing. There's a lot to look forward to after these first 2 pots, of course, including Club Brugge against Arsenal, for example, Juventus taking on Benfica, Atleti playing Frankfurt, just to name a few.
Yeah, just to name a few indeed. Kaká, we were speaking before, weren't we, about your incredible memories of winning that 2007 Champions League final. Actually, before the draw earlier today, Pedro and I were taking a look at an image of that starting lineup, and we were just thinking, wow, it is just superstar after superstar after superstar, including your good self, of course. What was it like to play in that team with such a group of talent?
Oh, it was amazing. It was amazing to be part of that team with these players that you just mentioned. I've been blessed to have this kind of teammates in my career, in Milan, in Madrid, in national team. So it's a lot of lessons. Every training, it's a lesson. So I had Maldini as a captain, has a Cafu, Pirlo, Gattuso, Shevchenko, Inzaghi, all these players every day. It was really good, amazing.
You teach each other.
Yeah, teach each other.
It's brilliant to see. Look, we're going to move on to pot 3 now. 9 more teams then will be discovering their fate, including a 4-time winner of this competition and last season's Europa League champions. Nine more teams then from 8 different countries, including some real giants, previous winners Ajax and PSV Eindhoven, established European teams, of course, like Tottenham and Napoli, and also some sides looking to make their mark in this competition, Slavia Praha and Bodo Glimt.
Indeed, and you may have noticed that we've had a formation shift here on stage. We're now going to have Kaká attacking on Giorgio's right, drawing the balls, and on the left of Giorgio, it's Zlatan pressing the button. So, Giorgio, over to you for the second half.
Of course, champions can play everywhere on the field. When there is class, there is everything. So now, Kaká, you have to be at the same, up to the job of Zlatan. Please shuffle the balls. and you draw the first team of pot number 3.
Olympique de Marseille.
Olympique de Marseille is the first team drawn and the first French club to have won the trophy in 1993, or the trophy, of course, from the inception of the UEFA Champions League. That's clear. They know already that they play Liverpool, Real Madrid, Atalanta, Club Brugge, and Zlatan, now please reveal with the button, yes, the other 4 opponents.
Yeah, the final 4 then for Olympique de Marseille from pot 3. It's a home tie against Ajax, and they travel to take on Sporting. And from pot 4, they're at home to Newcastle United, and they're in Belgium to take on Union Saint-Gilloise.
Yeah, so this means that we're ready for another team. Tottenham Hotspur. So the Spurs, winners of the UEFA Europa League this year, ending a wait which lasted more than 40 years for European silverware. So Tottenham have been drawn against Borussia Dortmund, Paris Saint-Germain, Villarreal and Frankfurt, and Zlatan will now reveal which other 4 teams.
Completing the lineup, Slavia Praha at home, Bodo Glimt away, so rematch of that semi-final in the Europa League last season. It's a home match with Copenhagen and an away fixture right here in the Principality to take on Monaco.
Yes, this is it. Kaká, please draw the next team.
Bodo Glimt.
Bodo Glimt, one of our newcomers, first Norwegian team in the Champions League after Rosenborg in 2007 and 8. And for Bodo Glimt, what do we know? We know 5 of their opponents. We need to reveal another 3.
We have, of course, Slavia Praha from pot 3, as well as Tottenham. And in pot 4, it's a home match with Monaco and a trip to Istanbul to take on Galatasaray.
Yes, this is also the lineup for Bodo Glimt. We can proceed. We have another 6 teams waiting in pot number 3. Most of their opponents are known, but we must know everything.
Sporting.
Sporting Club de Portugal, back-to-back champions in Portugal. First time it happens since the 50s. Congratulations to Sporting, of course. And you can press the button and give them, reveal 3 other opponents for them.
Yeah, 3 more opponents then for Sporting from pot 3. They're facing Olympique de Marseille and, of course, Napoli away. And from pot 4, it's Kairat Almaty at home and a trip to the Basque Country to take on Athletic Club.
Yes, let's go ahead, move on with the next draw. After Sporting,
Olympiacos.
We go to Greece with the Greek champions and cup winners of Olympiacos, the only club from Greece who have won a major UEFA trophy, Conference League, in 2024. Yes, please, 4 opponents to be revealed.
Yeah, and that quartet is PSV Eindhoven at home and Ajax away, so 2 Dutch opponents for the Greek champions in pot 3. And in pot 4, it's a home tie with Paphos from Cyprus, debutants, and an away match at Kairat Almaty in Kazakhstan.
So a derby between Greek speakers with Paphos. Very good, let's go. You tell us the name of the next team.
Ajax.
This time is Ajax, the most successful Dutch side in this competition. 4 wins for Ajax, 3 in the 70s with the team of the great Johan Cruyff. Let's go. Zlatan, 2 opponents are not known for Ajax.
Yeah, much known for Ajax already. Completing the final legs of their adventure then is Galatasaray at home from pot 4 and a trip to Azerbaijan to take on Karabag.
Yeah, that's all also for Ajax. We can proceed you can draw the next team.
Slavia Praga.
This time it's SK Slavia Praga, champions of Czechia. They won all their 18 matches at home last season to win the title. And for Slavia Praga, we need to reveal two teams.
We do indeed, and they are Athletic Club at home and Pafos away, completing the picture for Slavia Praha in next season's competition.
Correct. Let's go, next draw.
PSV.
PSV Eindhoven, winners of the title in the Netherlands last year with a fantastic final rush in the last month. And for Eindhoven, what we know is 5 opponents, and thanks to Zlatan, we will know the other 3 now.
Okay, thank you. From pot 3 then, the 1988 winners. We know about Olympiacos already, so Napoli is the other team that they'll be facing at home. And from pot 4, it's Union Saint-Gilloise and a trip to St James's Park to take on Newcastle.
Yes, so only one. To complete pot 3, Kaká, we know who we're talking about.
Napoli.
It is, of course, the team with the Scudetto on the shirt. It's Napoli, winners of the Serie A twice in the last 3 seasons. They have been allocated 6 opponents. They need to know the 2 from pot 4.
Yeah, so from this spot, we already knew about Sporting and PSV. Completing the picture, Karabag at home and a trip to Denmark to take on FC Copenhagen.
So many quality fixtures already, Pedro, Giorgio, Zlatan and Kaká. We can't wait for all of them already. A few to pick out from here. Marseille against Ajax, Bodo Glimt against Tottenham, the rematch, as you said, and Napoli against Sporting. It is all looking very exciting already.
But we're not done yet. On to our final pot, and this one includes 3 Champions League debutants, as well as teams from Spain, Turkey and England. Champions League first-timers Union Saint-Gilloise, Pafos and Kairat Almaty are all waiting to complete their picture for this year's competition, as are the other teams, of course. So let's not keep them waiting any longer. Let's reveal the final fixtures for this season's league phase. One last time, over to you, gentlemen.
Yes, one last time. Not many matches to be revealed, but pot 4 versus pot 4, basically. Kaká, you can shuffle and draw the first team of pot 4.
Athletic Club.
So it's Athletic Club it's Bilbao, one of the 3 Spanish clubs, always in the top division in Spain. And for Athletic Club, let's go, press the button, and let's see which 2 teams from pot 4.
Yeah, a club with such a rich history, such a great stadium as well, and completing the picture for them in pot 4. It's a home game against Karabag, and they are facing Newcastle United away.
Yes, let's go after Athletic.
Karabag.
Karabakh FK from Azerbaijan, the champions of Azerbaijan, the only club from Azerbaijan which has reached the group stage or league phase of this competition. They know 7 of their opponents and we need to press the button for the last one.
Yeah, final piece of the puzzle is Copenhagen, a match at home for Karabakh from Azerbaijan. We already knew about Athletic Club from this spot.
Of course. Let's go ahead and move on.
Monaco.
AS Monaco, so our hosts here for this draw, AS Monaco, they know 6 opponents and they need again to know the 2 from pot 4.
Yeah, thank you, Zlatan. 2 remaining then for AS Monaco from pot 4. It is Galatasaray and a trip to Paphos, but they have some incredible ties already, don't they?
Exactly, so we know everything also for AS Monaco. We go ahead.
Galatasaray.
So this time it is the champions, the Turkish champions of Galatasaray, who celebrate 120 years of existence this year. So congratulations to Galatasaray. Ready to learn the last opponent for Galatasaray.
Yeah, from this spot they already knew they were playing against Monaco. They're now also hosting Union Saint-Gilloise.
That's it for Galatasaray. 5 to go.
Newcastle.
Newcastle United from St. James Park, and let's see, English Cup winners last season. And what do we have for Newcastle? Only 1 opponent.
Yeah, quite a journey for Newcastle fans. They are already facing some former champions, aren't they? And the final picture for them is from pot 4. We knew they were hosting Athletic Club, and the final fixture is Union Saint-Gilloise.
Exactly. Let's go with the next team. The puzzle is almost complete. Very few matches to be revealed.
Union Saint-Gilloise.
And we go with Union Saint-Gilloise, newcomers. No draw needed for Union Saint-Gilloise because all their 8 opponents.
Yes, of course, including from pot 4 Newcastle and Galatasaray, like we've just seen. They're facing a couple of former champions in Inter and Bayern as well, and Olympique Marseille and PSV. So a lot of former champions that the Belgian side is taking on.
Exactly. So let's draw another team because we have 4 matches which are not known yet.
Paphos FC.
So here we go with the newcomers of Paphos FC from Cyprus. From Paphos, we have to draw this time. Yes, press the button for 1 final opponent.
Yeah, Paphos fans will really be enjoying their league phase campaign, won't they? And completing the picture for them, as well as hosting Monaco, they will be away to fellow newcomers in Kazakhstan, Kairat Almaty.
That's it. Kaká, please. One of the last 2 balls.
FC Copenhagen.
It is FC Copenhagen, winners of the league and the cup in Denmark last year. We have to press the button for the last pairing, which missing.
As well as Karabakh, they'll also be facing Kairat Almaty from pot 4. Great path for the Danes as well, who qualified this week. A lot to look forward to.
Okay, so let's see the content of the last ball. It's pretty obvious.
Kairat Almaty.
Of course, Kairat Almaty taking Kazakhstan into the UEFA Champions League. Their opponents are, of course, known as this is the last team drawn.
And they came through in such incredible fashion, didn't they? What a great pleasure to have them in this competition. They faced former champions Real Madrid and Inter. I mean, that's going to be incredible for their fans. So their journey begins, as does everyone else's.
Yeah, guess what? We're done. We've done it. So the draw for the league phase of the UEFA Champions League is now complete. And those final fixtures, like Rashmin mentioned earlier, the computer is now working on them and they will be revealed on Saturday. From this pot, we've got some matches to highlight, maybe Union Saint-Gilloise against Newcastle, Pafos against Monaco, and Copenhagen against Karabakh.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I can't wait to get started. This is my favorite time of the year because this is where we know where we might be, what we will be watching, and so much to look forward to. Gentlemen, have you enjoyed your time doing the draw? It's been great to have you here. As Pedro rightly mentioned, these fixtures will be laid out for you in diary format on Saturday, so do make sure you keep across all of UEFA's channels for that. So, Zlatan, Kaká, once again, thank you so much for joining us today for the draw. I think you will all agree that they were very capable assistants to Giorgio today.
And that will do it from all of us here in Monaco. The UEFA Champions League gets underway on Tuesday, the 16th of September, so you can start marking your calendars for that. And of course, we wish all of the teams the very best of luck.
We do indeed, from Pedro and myself, and to everyone here in Monaco, to everyone watching all over the world. Thank you so much for joining us as ever, and we will see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.